Welcome, guys. I'm live. Let me get my water really quick. I just wanted to let you know I'm actually here. I didn't want to be late, so welcome XOXO her. Let me get everything ready. Did I not pin this? I want to make sure that everything sounds good. Where's my phone? Don't mind me, guys. I'm just getting everything set up for this live, so it all looks nice for you all. Welcome. How's your Friday going? All right, I'm getting my water. Don't move. And I got to grab my tarot cards. I left them over there. All right. Back. How's everything going for you all? Can you hear me? I don't think I checked the sound yet. I always got to check the sound because YouTube's always being a little funky, a little. You never know what kind of mood YouTube is in. Oh, hey, NC. Just started reading tarot on an app. How will it go for me? I guess you can hear me then. Okay. Let's get into it. Today I'm using my Mean Girls Tarot deck. And I am very excited to get into it. Okay. Oh, thank you, NC. I love the compliment. All right. 2 cards fell out here. We have the 8 of Wands and we have the Knight of Wands. So this is telling me that you're going to get some very, very quick insights right off the bat, which makes a lot of sense. You know, if you're using, if you're starting to read tarot on the app, I guess are you doing it professionally? You're going to learn a lot quickly. You know, you're going to be able to pick up on insights like that, especially when you have that 8 of Wands there. And I think it's because you're probably going to get more clientele. You might get more short reading formats. The more people you're communicating with, it's going to give you more experience, and you're going to be able to say, okay, I already know what's going on with this person because I've seen this situation, 5 billion times. And that 8 of Wands is like, boom, I've got something for you. I've got a quick message. So definitely 100% your intuition and your skills will be increasing. It'll be at an all-time high. Knight of Wands, like I said, a lot more shorter interactions when it comes to reading professionally. And I feel as though with the Knight of Wands, it's less focusing on like spiritual development. Not that wands can't be spiritual, but they're more focused on like, I met someone, I think they're cute, or I have this idea for a business, and it's less about guiding them through a spiritual journey or transformation, and more so more of those everyday situations that we might go through. So I really feel like you're going to get a lot of clients like that. And they're going to be very excited. I feel as though they're going to ask you a lot of questions about certain ideas that they have. Let's go in here. And congrats on joining an app. We have the King of Swords. Look at you, giving clear, strong communication, really guiding people through their situations, telling them the truth, being honest. And it shows a lot of clarity when it comes to the messages that are coming through for you. So you're going to be able to properly channel those messages very well. Temperance. This is Regina George. She's a little injured. But I feel as though the interactions are going to be pleasant for the most part. When you have that temperance card there, it shows a mutual respect or appreciation for your insights, for your ability to read for other people. They just generally find like, okay, you gave me a very balanced perspective. You gave me a balanced message. You were able to cover all the details I was thinking about, to some degree, maybe even validate their own intuition. And then also with temperance, because it connects to Sagittarius, it's also you are giving them a new perspective that they probably wouldn't have seen before or they didn't think about before. And also with this card here, I noticed that the interactions tend to be very pleasant for the most part, very kind, very respectful, very much like, let me listen to you, I'll listen, then you listen to me. And this also represents falling into a nice little rhythm. And I think you'll get modest pay because temperance generally connects to modesty, being very economical. It's not necessarily like huge abundance of wealth and gains, and it's not poverty. So it's somewhere, well, balance is somewhere in the middle with temperance there. So it does show that this more than likely is, I wouldn't say it's going to be this app specifically, it's going to be something that turns into your career, but you could do professional tarot reading as your professional job and your career. But this is more, temperance is more like side hustle energy, secondary income energy. And then we have judgment here. So this may even show that you are thinking about taking it to the next level. Once you get used to the app, you may want to expand and grow to a new direction when it comes to reading professionally. Maybe you decide to open up your own website and start your own sort of like tarot practice. But generally, judgment is going to show you're going to transition out of the app and you're going to go to a new stage. That's just going to feel a lot better for you when it comes to tarot reading. And one thing I like about this is it kind of shows that some of the clients that you have through the app will follow you to your own practice. I don't know. What do we call it as tarot readers? But whatever. They'll follow you to your own business, your own practice. And it's just going to be a lot more enjoyable for you. Because I get the judgment card to also connect to Pluto, which can represent like huge waves of happiness, like this feeling of ecstasy. So it's going to go great. I mean, honestly, it's going to be a lot of fun too, especially since you got all those wands there, and it's going to keep you busy. So I think it's going to be good, NC. You got to come back and let me know how it goes. Oh, and I don't even think I put in my little tag here, guys. I'm slipping. Oh, no, I did. I pinned it already. That's what I didn't do. I didn't do the polls. Cool. It's going well already. Yes, I love to hear it. Wow. That is so cool. What app is it? Maybe I can get a reading from you. Let me figure out a poll for you guys while I'm thinking. I'm trying to think. There was something I wanted to ask. Oh, Keen. I've heard about that. You see them advertised like everywhere. You know, I feel like they've gathered every psychic tarot reader across the world. But yeah, they're definitely a very popular app. All right, let me think of a good question. What should I ask you guys? I want something fun this time. Let me think of. Yeah, they have been in business like 30 years. I had no clue it was 30 years. I've only heard about them like a few weeks ago. Not weeks ago, a few years ago. So I had no clue they would have been a 30-year business. That is very impressive. It's hard to stay in business that long. You know, I think they said this, a study, most businesses don't last 5 years or something like that. So to stay in 30 years that is solid business sense. Let me think. Maybe I'll keep it. I'll keep it Halloween theme. It's a spooky month. Okay. I got it. I got the poll question, guys. And let me know if you have any questions. How's your week been? For me, can you guys believe it? I am starting my last class in grad school. So for me, it feels a bit like, I don't know. I don't know the feeling. It's just it's a very nervous feeling, but also very excited feeling. I feel both things at the same time. And then we're going to go into the weekly collective. As soon as I get this poll up. And we've got to put in this creature because this is probably one of the most famous creatures. And I'll say this. I wish we had more options. All right. Keeping it Halloween theme. Favorite Halloween creature. We have ghost, werewolf, vampire, and witch. So let me know which one you guys feel the most called to. Ooh, let me fix my glasses. Not my glasses, my contact. Let me feel. I think I'm a witch person, so I'm always going to choose that. Your eyes are so on point today. Happy Halloween. Thank God it's Friday. Yes, I chose a more cat eye look. Granted, it's a little bit wonky. I had to rush through it. But happy Halloween vibes, I'll say. How have you been, Shifting Lotus? I haven't seen you. I don't think it's been too long. It hasn't been that long. Hope everything is going great. It is almost November, guys. It's October 24th. We've only got like 2 months and a week left in the year. That is shocking. Feels long, but great. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad life is treating you well. That's always great to hear. I love it when you guys are having good times. But even if you're going through a rough time right now, just know it's only temporary. It is not here to last. And there are beautiful things on the other side out there for you. And guys, don't forget to hit the like button. It definitely helps. It also makes me happy. But I just love seeing that when good things are happening. We do have Jupiter going through Cancer right now. Lipstick on my teeth. We have Jupiter going through Cancer right now. So I'm hoping that there are more improved moments happening in your life, more good things coming in, depending on what house Jupiter is coming in. Is going to depend on what area in your life is getting maybe a little bit of relief or a little bit of a boost. I would say for me, it's more so like I'm just in a better mood. It's not like life's easier either. But I'm just in a better mood. It's probably because I'm close to graduation. That's me. But almost forgot. We got to do the weekly collective. Duh. I'm sitting here just shuffling cards, and I'm like, there's something I'm supposed to be doing. And welcome if you're coming in. If you're new to the live, this is your first time here. Hey, I'm Brandy. Welcome to AstroTarotResearch. I am a practical tarot reader, meaning I like to use my over 15 years of experience in tarot and astrology to give you real world insights as to what messages are going to be coming across for you so you can feel empowered and live your life the way you want to live it. So I like to be a little direct and straightforward. Some people believe I should soften my delivery a bit. Maybe I'll work on that. I am an Aries. It's in our nature to be a little rough in the delivery. So sorry for that. And right now we have a poll up. It is your favorite Halloween creature. Mine's is a witch. I didn't vote for witch. Someone else voted for witch. But if you guys also feel the same way, then vote for witch. Ghost. I was not expecting that. I thought the next vote was going to be like vampire, since there's so many vampire like movies and shows out. People love their vampires. I'm trying to think of a ghost movie. I'll say ghost movies probably scare me the most, like the paranormal activity ones. Ooh, Insidious. I think that's the way it's pronounced. That movie freaks me out. I can't do it. I can't do it. Any sort of like weird things just moving around, the ghost-like activity. No, I can't do it. All right, these cards are flying, so they're ready to do the weekly collective. So if you guys are new here, we always do the weekly collective. I have started doing something new, and I would really appreciate if you guys that are here will help me with this. So last week, just a quick recap, we pulled the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Two of Swords on the After Tarot deck. So you might have found that certain things this week are a little bit of at a standstill, or there's just been some moments of pause or trying to come to the point of a decision on certain matters. This can also represent the time that sometime this week you may have taken a break. You may have taken a moment to yourself. You may have had to collect yourself and just say, I just need to relax. And then that Eight of Cups is also there to show that we might be in that transition phase. We might be letting things go. It might even just be acknowledging the fact that we're moving on from something soon. Like for me, right? With grad school, I've acknowledged this week, oh, wow, I'm almost done. I'm transitioning out of being a student, and I'm back to just being a regular non-student again. Now, for this weekly collective, I'm going to need your participation, astronauts. So I'm going to pull the first two cards, and you guys are going to have to choose. Oh, thank you, Shifting Lotus. You guys are going to have to choose the third card. So for the first two cards, oh, okay, I'm not going to use those. Sometimes when they fall, it's just like, don't use that. First card, we have the Six of Wands. There we go. Second card, we have the Five of Cups. Now, for me, since I read a certain way, water and fire don't mix, this would actually be Five of Cups reverse. And now, you guys, you're going to have to pick the third card. So I'm going to pull some cards out. And all right. So we have card number 1, number 2, and number 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Which one are you guys choosing? I'm going to give you 1 minute to choose. So go ahead and decide. If not, I'll choose for you guys. 1, 2, or 3. You guys got to choose a card. We've got 1 for 2, 2 for 2, All right. And time is almost up. So I think we're going to go with 2. Number generator. All right. We got 2. So we pulled the Hermit. Oh, Juliana picked 1. 2 got the final vote. 2 got the most votes. So, but Juliana, you gotta come back next week so you can vote again. So we got the 6 of Wands, the 5 of Cups reverse, and the Hermit for next week. So it looks like not a bad week, right? I remember we got the 5 of Cups, I think it was week before last. And I was talking about that in the reading to represent, like, when you have the 5 of Cups upright, it's like you're letting go of something. And then sometimes when we get the 5 of Cups reverse, it's like a memorial. It's like saying we're taking the time to just acknowledge that something has changed, something has shifted in our lives. It's not those same initial feelings of grief and passing. It's just more so an acknowledgement that things are different. I've also gotten the 5 of Cups to represent, like, something has to be repaired, something has to be fixed. There's something we need to go back on it. Like if my phone screen broke and I had to replace the screen, that would be a 5 of Cups reversed moment. It's no longer the same screen. I have gone back and changed it. I have fixed it. And I am mourning the loss of my past screen. So next week, just to throw that out there, it can feel as though we are sort of accepting the changes that are going on within our lives. I don't know why I have the Hermit upside down. Well, the changes that are going on within our lives. The 6 of Cups is showing that we feel good. We feel victorious. We feel like we're making progress. We are being complimented. We're being appreciated. We've stepped into this leadership role within our lives. We are not passive. We are the captains of our own ships, and we're feeling good about it. And if you guys are coming in, don't forget to like it. The like button, press the like button. I really appreciate it. But the 6 of Wands is there showing that we feel good about the things we've accomplished, and other people are celebrating us. Generally, the 6 of Wands reverse is everyone giving you your applause, those compliments, those praises, saying, wow, you're doing such a good job handling all of those changes, handling all of those transformation. I had to repair the port charger on my phone. So you're already in that 5 of Cups reverse mode already. Yeah, that happens, with that type of energy there. But it's true, like the 6 of Wands and the 5 of Cups coming together is kind of like you have to go back and fix a few things. And it doesn't have to be an actual physical item. Sometimes it's like repairing a relationship, or ensuring, like, for example, I'm in project management. Sometimes in project management, somebody comes in and they kind of maybe not do a great job, and that project has to be passed on to someone else to finish out the project. And so something like that can happen as well. It can also represent like you're taking over somebody else's work just in general, like, oh, Susie's out for the week, I got to take over her work that she left behind, right? So there's that type of energy coming into next week. The Hermit, though, shows we don't want to be bothered. We really don't. Like, thanks for all the praise. Thanks for all the thank yous, and you've done a great job in stepping it up. The Hermit card is just like, yeah, but I'm a little tired, so I'm actually going to need a break. This has been an emotional week. This has been something that has been, what's the word? Just draining a little bit on your spirit, right? And it's not necessarily bad. It's just like you just need a moment to recollect yourself. Also, the Hermit card is somebody's very reflective when it comes to the changes that they want to implement in their life, right? Because it's coming from, on this spread in particularly, it's coming from the place of the 5 of Cups reversed. And so the Hermit card is thinking about, okay, how do I want to improve going forward? Is there another way I can approach certain situations? Is there certain things I can improve upon? is there anything about the relationships that I have in my life, or that I want to have, that I can do more to, I guess, increase the benefits, or to make them flow more smoothly, or to be more open and vulnerable? Or if you're looking to gain more relationships, like more friends, more lovers, it's like, well, what can I do to attract the certain people into my life? And I'm focusing on relationships because cups connect heavily to the relationships in our lives. Sometimes it's items, but but they heavily connect to the things that we have emotional attachments to, which is usually people, right? So the Hermit's card is really thinking about improving those relationships this week, and also just thinking about the future and what you want to accomplish next, because we do begin that week with the 6 of Wands and feeling pretty good, feeling pretty confident this week. I like this week. Some of you might be starting new jobs or applying for jobs or something like that, because I always get the Hermit card and the 6 of Wands to represent, like, you know what? I feel good about this role, but I'm ready for the next challenge. And so there's that energy going on here. But that's the weekly collective for this week, guys. You have to let me know how it played out. And also let me know how this week played out for you. You know, when we had I'm picking these cards up, they flew everywhere. When we had the Knight of Cups this week, and the Eight of Cups, and I just said it here. My brain is blinking. Not sure why. Oh, and the Two of Swords. Let me know how that played out for you this week. Did you find that certain things were at a pause? Did you find that you were changing some habits and you were moving on from certain things? Whether that was like, I'm not going to watch that show anymore, it bores me, or I'm going to spend a little bit less time on social media, or, I'm actually not feeling so attached to this relationship, this job, whatever anymore, and I'm kind of ready to transition. Let me know how it played out for you. For me, it was just like I said, is that feeling of transition, of going out of school and back into the real world soon for me. But that has been going on, and let me know if you have any questions, guys. Ooh. Okay, it's a tie between witch and vampire. No one likes a werewolf. Okay. That lets me know nobody was Team Jacob. Trying to make sure I got all my cards. I think I do. Nobody was Team Jacob. You know what's funny? I don't think I've ever seen the full movie of Twilight. I think I've seen like half of it. I'm glad you're in a good mood. Shifting Lotus. I can't. Rawr. I'm trying to think of other creatures. I was going to put like skeleton, but I was like, skeleton's not a creature. That's just, it's just more so like a symbol of Halloween, right? Like the Walking Dead, the ancestors and ghosts from the past, they kind of like connect together. But skeleton, I don't know. Maybe I could have put zombie. That might have been closer for Halloween. But that is where I've come to. That's where I chose. Next week, I'll probably choose something else. It's actually Halloween next week. So I'm going to try to go live on the 31st. Maybe I have to decide. I have to figure out if I have plans. I don't know yet. So, but if I don't have plans, I will be live on the 31st, guys. And I'm going to try to maybe change my lights to orange, so it's a little bit more spooky than this environment going on. I want you to be able to still see me, though. So that's why I haven't completely dimmed the lights, because I'm like, oh, well, you guys want to be able to see me. Yes, I hope it is fun. Hold on. All right, I think I got all my cards. I have all my cards. But it should be a pretty good time. And there was something I wanted to announce. Oh, right. If you guys have missed it, I have actually created an Etsy shop. If you guys want to go get a private reading through the Etsy shop, I know some people would prefer a more standardized platform rather than the Google Forms. So I went ahead and created an Etsy shop for you guys. The Google Form was actually only supposed to be temporary, but I'm keeping it up just because I know a lot of people prefer to go through CashApp and everything. So I want to ensure that I have both avenues for you all. It just make it easier. But that has been the new thing this week. In case you guys are interested in getting a private reading, you have 2 different avenues now. That was my announcement. Gotta make sure I let you all know, because I know not everyone goes and looks at the community posts. And I've been trying to make sure I've put that link in all the latest videos. And speaking of the latest videos, I think I'm going to be filming the last poll question you guys answered on pretty soon. I just wanted to make sure that I got the videos that I know a lot of people are going to really want out there for you guys sooner rather than later. But I am going to film that, so don't think I forgot in any way. I definitely follow through on my promises. If I say, hey, we're voting on what kind of video we're doing next, then, or not next, but we're voting on the type of video we're going to do, then I'm obviously going to do that video. Oh, all my witches are coming through. We might be biased because this is a tarot reading channel. So, and astrology. So that's closer to like witchy stuff. So that might be the thing. What are you guys' plans for Halloween? Like, I think I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, but then I learned I had to do a research paper. So I was like, oh, I don't think I can go as far as I want to go and travel, because all the fun stuff is a little far away. NC, how do I meet the next guy I date? Ooh, let's get into this. I love the dating questions and the love questions. All right. Ooh. Okay. This 8 of Wands really wants to come out bad for you, NC. Oh, okay. Graduate school too. I feel your pain. Okay. Oh, twin. Death card. At a Halloween party? Are you going to a party, Shift and Lotus? Me? I don't know. Or are you saying, oh, how are you going to meet them as at the Halloween party? You know, it wouldn't be that bad of an option given the death card. And we have the 3 of Swords. All right, okay. She focusing? There we go. Congrats on your new Etsy shop. Are we able to book yes or no detailed questions there too? Yes. The best option, if you're going to do yes or no, would be the 15-minute reading option. I do want to create another option eventually, just because I know certain people just might want a quick yes or no. But I guess I just do that through the lives. But the 15-minute reading option, that is pretty detailed. And that's probably the best reading for a yes or no. Unless you have a very complex question and you want to weigh all of your options, you know, then I would suggest the 30-minute reading one. And then that would be the best option for that. Okay, we have this card coming out. We have Judgment. And the link should be in the description bar. I don't know if it's under this one video yet. I don't know if I put it under this live. Oh, I did. I made sure it's under this live in the description bar, just in case you want to check out the shop. And if you guys want to wait until November to get a discount, I am planning to obviously discount it for Black Friday and everything, because I know certain people would prefer to do the discount option. So here are your cards, NC. We have the Eight of Wands that came out first. Then we have the Death card, the Three of Swords, and we have the Judgment card. So let's see here how you are going to meet this guy. So the Eight of Wands lets me know that this change is happening pretty much sooner than later, because generally the Eight of Wands is going to show up in the sense of like speed, things happening fast, transitions going and happening not overnight, but just, I'm saying overnight in terms of exaggeration, but you blink and you meet someone. It's more sooner than later. The cards really want you to know that. So you're not going to be waiting, years and years for someone. But I just feel as though this person who's coming in is going to come in relatively soon. Now, when I'm looking at these cards here with Death and the Three of Swords, when it comes to how you'll meet this person, you might not necessarily actually be in the best mood that day, just because the energy is so heavy. The Death card connects to Scorpio, and the Judgment card also connects to Pluto, which is obviously connecting to Scorpio. And then right in between it is that Three of Swords energy. So it can feel as though you might be going through something. Maybe you have just gotten to a argument, or you've had to deal with some awkward communication. Sometimes the Three of Swords is just like, oh, I've had to have a conversation I didn't want to have, and it just put me in a bad mood, or just kind of, threw me off, my normal vibe when you meet this person. And so it's very interesting how they are coming in, and it will feel like a breath of fresh air with the Judgment card there. They're going to lighten your mood, and it's going to help you forget about the day that you have. But we do know that the Death card is always about transitioning out of a phase in your life that just you don't connect with anymore. You don't feel as though this is right for you. And this next person coming in, I don't know if the guys that or women, I'm just assuming, no, it's guys. I'm pretty sure you're interested in men. You did say guy. Okay. I don't know if the guys that you are interested in have been very much like coming in really fast and then maybe fading a little bit fast as well. Like a, what do you call it? Like a candle, like a flame, like it burns really hot and fast and then kind of fizzles out. But this next person is coming in with a very, very different vibe, especially when we're looking at this Judgment card here. That is going to be someone who is very calculated in a good way, meaning they think very hard about the future that they want to have. I always get the Judgment card to represent someone who takes their time to examine the people around them, the situations that they're in, the decisions that they want to make, even if it's just buying a piece of furniture. It's going to be a lot of thought involved. And so for me, this next person who's coming into your life is very thoughtful, and they take their time getting to know you and really, really figuring out, hey, do I really want to spend my time and energy with this person? And obviously the answer is yes. So you're looking at someone who's very deep, who can come across very mysterious, and someone who has a high level of ambition. Because if I get that Scorpio Pluto energy twice, that's someone who is obviously going to try to shoot their way into some sort of leadership position, or into a position where they might own their own business, but generally they're not going to want to work under someone. This is not very like subordinate type of energy. So let's pull in some other cards. We have the Seven of Wands here. Once again, kind of emphasizing something about the day that you're having or the situation that you're in is a little bit chaotic when you meet this person. It just could be the fact that it's crowded, and sometimes the Seven of Wands is just that simple. It's just like there's no space here. Like, this is a crowded bar. This is a crowded room. This is a crowded whatever the case may be, event that you're at. But it's emphasizing that there's a lot of people around when you meet this person. And to some degree, you may feel a little bit more alone, just because I get the Three of Swords to represent sometimes somebody feeling a little bit lonely or left out. And it could be that you go to a certain spot, you go there by yourself, you notice there's a lot of people who are here more than normal, and you're like, oh, I feel a little bit out of place here. And that's kind of like the vibes it's picking up on. We have the King of Pentacles. It's telling you more about this person. Responsible, a good head on their shoulders, makes good, decent money, practical, thoughtful, slow, back to that examining type of energy before they invest their time. A little quirky, has their own sort of style to them, but they are just a very thoughtful person. It's really emphasizing that aspect of them. Confident, somebody very accomplished, someone who a lot of people would generally find to be very good looking. I generally get the Six of Wands to represent somebody who's going to be more good looking. And we have the Four of Wands, family oriented and all of that jazz. Once again, going back to the celebratory quality to them, very extroverted type of person. But how you're going to meet them essentially is it's going to be pretty crowded where you are. And there may be something, like I said, going on about your day where, like I said, you just feel like you've had some awkward conversations, or you may feel as though you just need some space to yourself. And they're going to come in like a breath of fresh air. With the Six of Wands and the Four of Wands there, they're very complimentary towards you. They're definitely going to one who's going to be approaching you. They're going to probably say something very kind, very positive, because that's generally this person's demeanor. And obviously with the King of Pentacles, well, I think they recognize that if the situation is that this is an environment that if you don't say something now and ask for your number now, they won't see you again, then they're going to make a move. But if the environment is that they are likely going to see you again, which I don't think it is, just it's not giving work. It's not giving, this is a club I go to, or this is a hiking group where I'm a part of. It doesn't give that. But if for some reason that does happen, the cards aren't indicating that. I think it's unlikely. We have the Ten of Wands. I don't think that's true. I don't think it's going to be that. They're more than likely going to ask for your number right away and then schedule a date to get to know you better. Something about it being so crowded. Like, what's going on here? I'm going to pull two cards here. We got the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Swords. I always get the Court cards to represent a lot of people around. So it's just kind of, yeah. Eight of Swords, just kind of like stuffed in a corner somewhere. Look, because Regina George tied up with all the bars and stuff. It's like I'm in a place where I feel a little uncomfortable. So I know that you're going to meet them in a place where it's going to be crowded. There's a lot of people. It feels like you don't have a lot of space. You can't move. There's a lot going on. A lot of conversations are happening. They're going to see you. They're going to approach you. They're going to ask for your number. They're going to be complimentary when they do so. And then they're going to take it from there, and they're going to set something up, especially with the King of Pentacles. He's the one who likes to plan. He likes to take the initiative. He likes to set things up. I said, interesting, wondering if I know them. I have professional events I go to soon. Ooh, that is quite possible. If it's a professional event, I don't know if you work directly with them. They might work for another company or some other place. Maybe if they're in the same company as you, it's definitely a different department and they just happen to be there. But this person, I wonder, I'm trying to think. Let me ask if they've seen you before. Let me ask. I don't think they have, just looking at the cards, but let's ask directly. I don't want to make any assumptions. Nope. The Fool. They're new to you. So it's not someone you've met before, but it is possible that they will be at a professional event for you. I don't know which is your most popular professional event, because this one seems to be very, very crowded. A lot of people here, in particular, more men than women, but it's a lot going on. I can't wait until you meet this person. They seem like a good vibe. Even if you don't end up in a long-term relationship with them, they seem like someone who has a lot of positive energy. You're welcome, NC. And Julian, I don't think I said thanks for checking it out. And if any of you guys want to check out my Etsy store, feel free to check it out. I spent a lot of time on it. I wanted to make it look really nice. I redesigned my astronaut because, you know, when I first designed my astronaut, it was more so to just, hey, I got to get it up. I want my mascot out there. Now I finally have a mascot that I've really taken my time to design and to represent my brand. And you can see it on my Etsy store. So you don't have to get a reading, but check out the little astronaut on it. And tell me what you think. I am very, very curious. I worked with an illustrator to get her to be exactly how I envisioned her in my mind. So check it out just for that purpose. If you want to check out the Etsy shop, and if you want to get a reading, that's great too. I would absolutely love to read for all of you. And just remember, in November coming up around Thanksgiving, at least for a couple of days, it will be a percentage off, just in case you guys are waiting for that time period. I know me personally, I love waiting for a deal. And so if that is in your plans, I want to alert you now, because it's always good to save. Plus, I got to promote myself, guys, obviously. So I love the one in the bathtub. Thank you, Shifting Lotus. They went all out with that one. They put the candles on. I didn't even ask for the candles. They threw those candles in there. And so I was like, oh, this is nice. I like that nice touch. Ooh, cards are flying. But I can't wait to put her in more places too as well. You guys got to let me know, like, if I should put her. No, I don't want to replace the eyes for the logo, but I got to throw her in there somewhere, some more places, you know. But I'm just super excited for that. And I wanted to share that. And don't forget to watch next week's reading coming up. I'll give you guys a hint in the category that it is. I might have switched it. So let me check real quick, because sometimes I switch the order depending on the feedback. Okay. So this next reading is, I'm going to say, is more career oriented. So the one coming up next week is more career oriented. If you are interested in that, if you want to wait for the love stuff, that might be the week after next. So just dropping that hint for you all. And tell me how things have been so far for you guys with Jupiter transiting Cancer and Vedic astrology. For me, I feel like I've had an increase in work, but that's coming with the class. But it's been an uplifting in mood for me personally. So that's the shift for me going on there. These cards are actually getting on my nerves. This Page of Wands is bouncing out every 2 seconds. It's probably saying something about the energy in the room for all of us. Just feeling excited about all the good things that are coming. Next thing you know, it's going to be Christmas. I don't know if all of you guys celebrate Christmas, but I love Christmas just for the gift giving. And, I love receiving gifts too, but I prefer to give gifts and then especially give gifts to myself. But I do love giving gifts to family and friends. Trying to figure out what they like. That is also part of the fun and joy. So I'm skipping like Thanksgiving and everything like that, but I'm just excited that it's around the corner. I think a lot of you guys said your favorite holidays was like Christmas. I remember asking that question before, if I remember well. Some of you liked Thanksgiving, but most liked Christmas. Let me know if you have any end of the year plans coming up. If you have been saving to go on vacation, if you are deciding to take a trip, do a staycation, if you just have some sort of fun thing that you've wanted to do or try out, then, go for it. I want to know about it too. I think I've hit most of my goals this year. I don't have anything super crazy planned. I'm saving my money so I can go on one big trip after graduation. But I do want to hear you guys' plans, or even if you have any plans for next year, 2026 is just around the corner. It is almost there. We're almost in that place. We're almost in that vibe of the new year. But if there's no more question, guys, I'm going to close it out. And I want to thank you all for stopping by and for getting readings, talking to me, letting me know about your life, what's been going on, doing the weekly forecast collective with me and giving your vote on that. And it looks like Witches is winning. So far, with the 6 votes we have, Witches may be winning. And if you guys, before I close out, if you want to ask a question, let me know. But as we are closing out, I do want to remind you, reading is up Thursday. That is going to be career oriented. And the week after that should be love related. Just to recap, the weekly collective, I will put the timestamps under the description bar after the live, so you can go straight to it. And if you want to look at the recap, you can go into the recap as well. And have a great night too, Juliana. See you next time, all decked out with the spooky vibes. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best. But see you then. And yeah, guys, if I'm not live exactly on Halloween, I'm going to try going live that Thursday. So we'll see. Hopefully it's either Thursday or Friday. And I'm going to try for a spooky vibe. I'm trying to think if there's any other thing to announce. Yes, check out the Etsy shop if you want a private reading, or if you just want to see my cute little mascot change for the astronauts and tell me your favorite one. I would love to know. And I think that is it in terms of announcements and things that I wanted to drop out there for you. If you want to see the monthlies, you will need to become a member now. As you guys know, YouTube was like punishing me for posting the monthlies. So unfortunately, I had to move them to the membership. And for those of you who are members, I will be going live on Sunday. So you guys can ask me any questions, and you can send them those questions beforehand. If you are not able to make it that Sunday, I will probably only be live for around 30 minutes. So make sure you send those questions in so I can answer them for you. And the November 2025 video is up for your viewing members, and just go ahead and check that out. And shout out to all of my members who have joined, XOXO her and Kenny. And Thank you all for the support. Thank you all for the love. Members and non-members, thank all of my astronauts for showing up and supporting my channel. So, I mean, I just got to give you guys the biggest round of applause because you guys have been absolutely great and fantastic and open and honest with me with your feedback and your desires and everything. And I just feel so blessed. So I'm going to wish you all a beautiful week. Stay safe, do things that make you happy, and live your life to the fullest. And I will see you all next time. Bye.